guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Chris Davis. Today we're going to review the Netflix live special of Gina Carano versus Ronda Rousey. So I watched this special mostly all the way through. In the beginning I went out, watched something on YouTube, then I came back, but I watched most of it all the way through. And before they showed the Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey fight, there was a few other fights that happened for them. They had to keep them at the very end. They were the last fight because they were the headliner. And of course, if they did them first, then other people would just leave after it was over, because their Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey are more well known than the other fighters they had. So the other fighters they had, they were just men fighting. There's men fighting most of the special. Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano were the only women fighting. So with the men fight, there was a few knockouts. Fights were really good. We saw, I think, Jake Paul there. Yes, Jake Paul. And he's gotten into boxing. He might be going into MMA. But he was a promoter for this event with the Netflix special. And he talked about how Ronda Rousey was an inspiration for him to get into fighting. So we saw him whenever the men fought each other and whoever won, the announcers, they would be messy. They would say, hey, this person said this about you. What do you think of that? Or this person said that he could beat you. You beat him now. How does that make you feel? They would be stirring up trouble throughout the whole night, just starting beefs with people. They even started a beef with Jake Paul. So they talked to one of the fighters saying, Jake Paul said he could beat you, blah, 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 blah. And then they would say, oh yeah, well, he can't fight. He's still just a little boy. And then another fighter, they said, oh, Jake Paul beat you in boxing, but you won tonight. Would you fight Jake Paul again? And the fighter was like, yeah, Jake Paul beat me in boxing. Boxing isn't my thing. MMA is my thing. So if he wants to fight in the MMA ring now, I'm happy to. It's just the announcers were stirring up trouble all night long. That's what they were doing. But then we get to the fight between Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey. So this fight did not last long. It was over in a flash. It was like if you blinked, you missed it. I wish the fight lasted a lot longer than it did. I wish they did a couple of rounds, but it was over just like that. Ronda Rousey put Gina Carano in an armbar, and then that was it. So first they clashed with each other. Ronda Rousey put Gina Carano on the ground. Then Gina Carano looked like she had Ronda in the headlock, and Ronda was in the headlock, but then Ronda got out of it. Ronda started hitting her, and then she quickly put Gina Carano in an armbar, and that was the end of the fight. And they weren't mad at each other. They were happy for each other. They hugged, and Ronda went on to talk about how Gina Carano was such a trailblazer and inspired her to get into MMA. And Gina Carano told everyone how Ronda helped her get out of her depression because she was overweight. And then this fight was a means for her to lose the weight, get back in shape. And she's thankful for Ronda for doing it. Now, I believe Ronda may have had some other ulterior motives for why she wanted to do the fight. So before this fight, I think Ronda Rousey, with some MMA fans, her legacy was mixed, to put it nicely. So before Ronda went into WWE, she was like the champion of women's MMA. And she would beat people so quickly. Like, it would be armbar. She would finish her fights quickly. And she was like a real fighter. Like, no other women had beaten her until, I think it was 2016. She fought Holly Holmes. I may have that wrong. It may be 2015 or 2016. One of those years. She fought Holly Holm, and Holly Holm figured out Ronda's judo strategy, and she knocked Ronda Rousey out with a kick. And then Ronda Rousey left MMA, and people were wondering, like, she's just gonna quit? She's won all these championships. She's defeated all these fighters. She's won almost every single time. And now that she loses, she's just going to quit like that. She's not going to go back and try. So Ronda, she does WWE for a while. Then she comes back to MMA again. And then I think she loses to Amanda Nunes. I could be wrong about the fight, but she loses to her. And I think she quits again. Then she stays at WWE. And then she leaves. So that's why I say that Ronda also had like a selfish reason to fight Gina Carano. Her own MMA legacy is mixed with something. Now, if Ronda Rousey didn't do the fight with Gina Carano, I would have said that, hey, her MMA legacy is spectacular. Yes, Gina Carano was the first, but Ronda Rousey continued what Gina Carano was doing, and she's a trailblazer too. Yes, Holly Holm knocked her out, but before Holly Holm knocked her out, how many championships and victories did Ronda get before that? Even though she got knocked out, you can't take away from Ronda that she was a great MMA fighter and that she made the sport more popular, made it more into a household sport that people more recognize. You can't take that away from her. So Ronda Rousey didn't need to do this fight for her to have an amazing MMA legacy. But I believe Ronda did it because I guess in her mind, her legacy is mixed because she practically quit after one loss, one noticeable loss. And people online at the time, 2013, 2014, they were saying, okay, could Ronda Rousey beat Gina Carano in a fight? And people said, no, Gina Carano is in a whole nother league in and of herself. She's more skilled, she has more experience. And so I think Ronda Rousey wanted to fight Gina Carano, not just to help her, but also to prove those people online wrong. That's what I think from me looking at it and following it. I'm not really into MMA. I hardly know any of the fighters. There's this one I know, he's Irish. I was keeping up with a little bit in 2014, 2016, but I haven't been following it. But I know Ronda Rousey because she's a household name, and Gina Carano, I couldn't really tell you anyone else. I know of an Irish one MMA fighter, but his name escapes me right now. But the fight was good between Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey. Again, I wish that it lasted longer. It was just over 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and that was it. Maybe even less. I'm telling you, what happened was Ronda brought Gina Carano to the ground. Gina Carano had Ronda in a headlock. Ronda got out of it, and then she did an armbar, and that was it. It was over very, very quickly. I was watching the whole night through these other fights that I really didn't want to see. They were good though. There were some good knockouts and good trash talking. But I sat through all these other fights just to see this one, and just ends maybe less than 30 seconds. I may be exaggerating. Maybe it lasted for a minute because they were on the ground for a few seconds, but it was very. If you like this video, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with all your friends. Please don't stop watching. YouTube has recommended this video for you next.